So I went to a meeting yesterday in New York City with 3 other Fox employees, and the 4 of us showed up at this meeting, and the office asked us for either a negative COVID test or proof that you had gotten the COVID shot. And my mind was blown because this was the first time I've been asked in New York City. Now, to be fair, I avoided going to the city for like a year because I didn't get the COVID shot and I didn't want to have to deal with getting asked these questions. But I just told the girl at the front desk, I said, look, no, I didn't get the COVID shot. No, I haven't gotten a negative COVID test. I didn't tell her this, but we sat down. I was like, I was just in a stadium with 100,000 people in it. And people said, oh, that's not representative. No. These COVID crazies will take back your freedoms the moment that they can. There's still lots of places requiring masks. If you're a parent of a New York City public school kid and you haven't gotten the COVID shot, you can't go to any of their extracurricular activities still. There are thousands of employees that have been fired for refusing to get the COVID shot in New York. And just today, Mark Kelly, who is running for the Senate in Arizona, he's going to lose to Blake Masters, but Mark Kelly actually came out and said in his email that if you have not gotten the COVID shot, you have to wear a mask outdoors ages 2 and up in order to be able to attend his rally. These COVID people are insane. And we just talked about this on Clay and Buck, but I think this is important. We need to have state attorney generals in this country bring lawsuits against everyone out there who is involved in the lies for Pfizer and Moderna and maybe Johnson & Johnson as well. We've got a great employee, got a lot of good employees. I'm impressed by them. But Ian Miller at ENMSC, he shared the Pfizer CEO said in June of 2021, widespread vaccination is a critical tool to help stop transmission. That same company, Pfizer, is now saying we had absolutely no idea if widespread vaccination would be a critical tool to help stop transmission. This is direct evidence of fraud. Pfizer said that you wouldn't spread COVID if you got the shot, and they used that claim as justification to put in place mandates which guaranteed multi-billion-dollar profits to Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson for shots that did not do what they claimed they would do. Republican attorney generals need to file fraud lawsuits against Moderna and Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson because even if they have some immunity protection, that immunity protection does not extend to fraud and misrepresentation. What should happen is plaintiff lawyers or state attorney generals should use the tobacco and opioid cases as their precedent for suing these drug companies on the COVID shot. Every single dollar of profit should be taken from Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson and returned to the American taxpayer. Some of these Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson employees should be investigated for crimes because their fraud directly led to massive profits for their companies. We need to know what they knew and when they knew it. And we also need for there to be a full vetting of what Dr. Fauci and all of his cabal of cronies knew as well. This is an easy call. This is what needs to happen to both Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson, and Republican attorney generals should be leading this charge.